Hi everyone, I'm Ryan at Marine Parts Source, and in this video we're going to be talking about the 5 most important spare parts to carry on board your boat. Everyone loves a good weekend out on the water, but nothing will ruin that weekend faster than if you start to have mechanical or electrical issues. The good news is that with a little bit of planning, you can be prepared for the eventual mishap. If you carry these spare parts on board your boat, then the chances are good that you'll be able to resolve any issues that come up quickly and easily. So let's get started. Spare fuel filters are critical to carry on your boat. We've heard it more times than we can count where someone gets out on the water and then the engine starts to feel like it's losing power, or maybe it starts to sputter and stall. And that can happen for a variety of reasons. Maybe you got a bad batch of fuel at the tank, or maybe your fuel system has old fuel in it that's gumming things up. We know that ethanol blended fuels have a tendency to clog up filters a lot more quickly than regular fuel. So whatever the cause is, you can start to resolve the issue a lot more quickly if you have a spare filter on board that you can replace right away. You're also going to want to check your fuel line for any debris and make sure you clear that out. It's always a good rule of thumb to use fuel stabilizer when you're filling up your tank. Now at Marine Parts Source, we carry a variety of different brands of fuel filters depending on what you're looking for, whether it be an aftermarket filter or a factory original brand like Crusader or Pleasurecraft Marine, or Volvo Penta, or Johnson Evinrude, or Inmar, and many more. If you're having engine problems on the water, it may not be fuel related at all. It actually might be ignition related. And a good place to start troubleshooting ignition problems on your engine is by replacing the spark plugs. So if you carry a spare set of plugs on board, then you're going to be able to start fixing that issue a lot quicker. Now when you pull the old plugs out, you can take a look at them and maybe start to determine where the issues might be coming from. If there's a shiny coating on the tip or the ground electrode, it's possible that you have a too rich fuel mixture. Now if you observe that the plugs are charred and blackened, it could be a number of issues, from a thermostat that's stuck open and causing the engine to run cooler, or maybe leaking injectors, or a number of other issues. So replacing the plugs may not fix the issue completely, but they might give you an opportunity to at least get back to shore, and then you can have a qualified mechanic take a look at the engine and figure out what's really wrong. Propellers are one of the most frequently damaged items on the boat. They get bent and chipped and scraped and abused, and yet they still keep turning and pushing the boat forward for the most part. However, if you take a hard enough hit, the propeller can be severely damaged, and that's going to affect the boat's overall performance, and you might even be in need of a tow. Now, if you keep a spare propeller and the hardware to replace it on board, that can be a lifesaver. We especially prefer the interchangeable hub design propellers like these from Turning Point, because it makes the job an easy take-on, take-off replacement. It's also going to save you a lot of money as well. Remember, these things don't float, so you want to make the job as easy as possible when you're trying to do it in the water. It's also good to be prepared with the proper tools, like a specially designed prop wrench. That's going to save you a lot of time as well. A battery may seem like an expensive item to keep a spare of on your boat, but compared to the cost of a tow or being stranded on the water, the cost can be worth it. Not to mention the fact that a spare starter battery doesn't have to be the same size as your normal starter battery or house battery. It just needs to be powerful enough to get you back to shore. Now, battery issues are one of the most common problems that we see people faced with on the water. As technology continues to advance and boats get more sophisticated, there's a lot of demand being put on battery banks. So it's important that you're prepared. You can make it through the weekend without your mega speakers, but you do not want to have to face any issues with a starter battery gone bad. Hopefully you're checking the impellers in your engine's raw water pump on a regular basis. If these rubber blades start to swell or crack or break off and get into your engine's cooling system, it can cause major damage and overheat your engine. If you get to that point of failure, you're probably past being able to do a quick and easy fix to resolve the issue. So you should take spare impellers on board and remember to check them often. If you do see any signs of wear and tear, go ahead and replace them, and you're going to save yourself a lot of time and hassle later. It's also important to take the proper tools to do the job, so make sure and pick up an impeller puller that's the right size for your impeller and pump, and that's going to make the repair a lot quicker. We hope that you don't have any issues with your boat out on the water, but if and when you do, being prepared is going to help you avoid a lot of headaches and get you back to the fun stuff much sooner. One final tip we recommend regular preventative maintenance conducted by an experienced marine mechanic. Making the investment in preventative maintenance is going to get you back to having fun on the water while all the other owners are at the dock trying to figure out what their trouble is. Take care of your boat. And of course, if you've got any questions about proper maintenance for your boat, you can give our ABYC certified experts a call at the number below. You can find us online at Marine Parts Source. Now, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and feel free to leave comments and questions below. Thanks for watching.